Welcome to Being Friends with Jess and Tony-Ann, an inside look at our friendship, millennial things, sports, and pop culture. Come laugh with us, or maybe at us, and let's be friends. Anyway,
Hi.
welcome back, friends.
Hello, people.
Here we are.
Again.
Back
Again.
and better than ever.
Well,
I don't know why I just said that. That's not true.
Probably about the same.
Very much a lie.
But, still living the dream, as all us white people say.
Anyway, I'll go first with my china because I have a punny mug that I don't think I've used before.
Oh.
I have tea.
Oh.
It's a stress relief tea, and my mug says, "Everything I brew for you."
Oh, that's very cute.
Very Bryan Adams. And it's a stress relief tea, and honestly, it smells so good. It eases tension and promotes relaxation.
What's like the flavor though?
It's the yogi tea. Sarsaparilla. It's my favorite ingredient. I don't know. It's like a lot. It says cardamom, vanilla, toasted brown rice, monk fruit extract. These are the ingredients. Sarsaparilla, carbod pod. I don't know what that is. I guess that's the thing that all of the things go in. I don't know. Anyway, it says not for use if you're pregnant, nursing, or under 18 years of age. Like, why can't you drink tea under the age of 18? Like, what is in this tea that an 18-year-old can't have?
Maybe one of those like a controlled substance? Like,
I don't know.
What is sarsaparilla? I'm gonna have to look this up.
Organic Indian.
Else like the standard, like.
It's actually sarsaparilla. Sarsaparilla. It's so funny that I'm spelling because that's what? Yeah, I guess. Sarsaparilla.
It's like root beer.
Oh. Doesn't taste like root beer.
Vine of the vine Smilax ornata.
I don't know.
But it's basically a root beer.
Interesting. Okay, well, I mean, it's good. It's very it's like cinnamony. I don't know. It's warm. It's cozy. I felt like it was good for the mood, and I've just been very subconsciously stressed, so I bought the stress tea.
Oh, that's nice.
Because it's just very warm. Did you make tea too?
I did make tea, and I didn't plan it, but I just used the the good old ShopRite black tea. Something fancy. In my cute little lemon mug.
It's like Amalfi Coast of you. Wow, look at us. It's tea party.
We're really becoming those old ladies, man. Tea time! How
literally sign us up for Golden Girls.
Yeah, how what's in my china has evolved. We started making crazy cocktails, and now we're both like, it's tea time.
Oh no, my face is white again.
Is it bad practice to leave the bag in?
No, the longer you leave it in, just the more flavor it has, essentially. Hold on, I have to mute my phone because it's buzzing up a storm in a group chat. What?
You're just so popular.
No, I'm not. Okay. I need to go with my ridiculous thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Netflix has ads now.
Can we add this light to your ridiculous thing? I can't even focus because the camera's not.
Yeah, that too.
Wait, it's back. It's
go away. You have to go to Daddy. Go to Daddy. Can you go to Daddy? Thank you. Okay. Anyway.
That was almost like you were that guy in the Zoom meeting where the kid just comes running through the door.
Okay, so my ridiculous thing, other than my light ruining my face right now, is Netflix has added ads, right? Okay, fine. Netflix added ads.
We get that.
Okay, well, we didn't upgrade our plan, but we need to because the ad placement is in the most absurd places. It's literally in the middle of a sentence. It's worse than YouTube, honestly. It's so bad.
When I read your note comment where it was like ad placement's really bad, I thought you were just talking about like in shows they're getting out of control with like, let me open my Microsoft Surface.
Well, that also, but no. This is like I'm hold on. Oh my god, I just almost spilled the entire tea. Okay. We're back. Sorry about that. Tonight's going really well, obviously. Anyway. So
To refocus. Up there.
ad placement. So yes, you're right. The like product ad placement and everything is just getting out of control. Out of control. But we are watching like old shows. So like we were watching Grey's Anatomy like season 3 when it was good.
Why?
Because Alec never saw the beginning seasons, so now I have him. I'm giving him a Grey's Anatomy education essentially, because he like started watching like season 8. So, we were watching it, and I'm like, this is so dumb where the ad placement is, because then the screen goes black, so you know where the commercial break was. Why are we not putting the ad where the commercial break was? Because that makes the most logical sense. 1. 2, when we were watching Love is Blind, they literally were like in the middle of a sentence, like, and there was an ad, and I'm like, what are we doing? What are we doing? So we need to like, I guess we didn't like click a setting, like accepting like the higher charges for no ads. So it reverted to this ad. So now we have to figure out how we can upgrade the plan because it's just absurd.
That's ridiculous, because like I have other apps that I like settle with for ads, but they do have like they do it when it's like the natural commercial breaks. Like otherwise,
right. Like Peacock does that all the time, but it's not in the middle of a sentence.
No, that's crazy. And they do that purposefully for you to upgrade. Netflix is just so dirty. They really are.
Dirty.
I'm like so mad at them, and if they didn't keep coming out with things that kept me invested, I'd be canceling them in a hot minute. I say that.
You say this all the time.
I say it all the time, but what's going on with my hair today?
All right, what's your ridiculous thing?
You would think that in the time you took to tell that story, I would have thought of one. Let me see if there was anything that I can refer to in my notes.
I'm looking at your note, and I feel like this could be a ridiculous thing.
Okay, so on the same TV trend, I have been, speaking of Peacock, binging through Yellowstone. And it apparently just came back this week, like for the final.
Wait, I thought that's on Paramount.
Here's the thing about Yellowstone, okay? And this is just ridiculous. Not just my ridiculous thing.
On everything?
They made Yellowstone like the most difficult show. If you wanted to watch it, like you had to go on a scavenger hunt to find it, okay? Right. Because
my parents downloaded Paramount, like got Paramount just to watch Yellowstone.
So this started as like a Paramount Plus exclusive or on the Paramount network. So it's 5 seasons now. So season 1 must have started like on Paramount or like something like the Paramount Network channel. Then they came out with Paramount
during COVID.
Yeah, then they came out with like Paramount Plus, the app. So then they moved the show exclusively to the Paramount Plus app. So you're like, okay, whatever. I didn't watch back then, so whatever. But everybody that did watch it and liked it was like, oh, great. I guess I got to get Paramount Plus now, which is obviously like what your parents did, what a lot of older people did, or what everybody that watches Paramount Yellowstone did. Because then they started making spinoffs. There's like 2 spinoffs and whatever. I didn't get to those yet. But I've just been watching it little by little. Now that they finally, even though then it was on Prime, because Prime and Paramount Plus are apparently like somehow connected. But then it's off Prime, and then it went to Peacock, and now it's on Peacock. But Peacock is NBC, and Paramount is CBS. So I don't understand.
And CBS was showing the premiere the other day after the football game.
And then I turned my DVR on before, and what's recorded on my DVR? The most recent episode of Yellowstone. I'm like, where do you watch the show? Like, where is it located? Is it just everywhere? Like, I don't understand it. But anyway, I've been binging the last 4.5, 5 seasons on Peacock with commercials, which is fine, whatever. But here's the thing. Everybody knows me. I despise country shit. I despise the whole cowboy thing. I mean, like the glorifying of the ranch hands. And I'm just like, but I'm enamored watching this show. What obviously, like, when they start getting real, like, deep with their, this is our way of life, and the banjo starts playing in the background, I basically want to mute it and just only read the subtitles. But, like, I'm still watching this show. And you know why? It's because I figured it out. I said this. It's
Are you evolving? I feel like maybe you're evolving.
not that I'm evolving. It's just that it has good enough, like, TV drama that, like, it transcends the genre. Like, does that make sense? Like, it's
Yeah, like it's a drama just that takes place in a country.
Yeah, like, it
Why did I
feels
just say
just
that
like
that?
Succession, but on a ranch.
I
Like,
feel like my mom said that it was very similar to something that it reminded her of something that used to be on ABC, but I can't think of the name of the show anymore, and that's gonna drive me nuts.
like, yeah, like family drama, like family people who really hate each other. So
We
Succession.
love family dramas.
Yeah, so I don't think it mattered that it's like on a ranch,
Yeah.
like literally blinded staring at me.
Yeah, I don't really know what's going on. Like, I'm ready to like just unplug this thing, honestly.
This
Maybe I'll go like
episode
that.
will be titled "Ghost Face Killer Jess." You're back. So yeah, so my ridiculous.
I'm literally pointing it at the sky.
I know. I am now focused on. I've completely caught up on Yellowstone. And now they debuted, like, finally, the reason why the season came. I didn't know all the drama because I was binging it, so I was avoiding spoilers. But apparently, Kevin Costner had this big to-do issue with contract negotiations and scheduling issues and all this shit with the person who created the show. So he, like, abandoned the show, but he was like a co-producer, like, of it. So it's like this whole drama. I don't want to spoil it for people that may eventually binge it or watch it, but maybe I will spoil it. He is no longer on the show as of this last episode. I'm not going to say how, but he's not. But what drove me crazy is they don't explain, like, they give a reason, but they show it like it was all off camera because obviously they couldn't get him to film it.
Right.
I feel like I just spent 2.5 months binging this freaking show, all for now
what?
to catch up to the present season for it to be absolutely suckish. Like, what was the point of this? So now I'm mad. I mean, the other characters are still, like, decent enough to keep watching. Like I said, I don't like cowboys. They're annoying as hell. But Casey Dutton in that show, my God, is he a good-looking man? That may be the only cowboy I could ever go for is Casey Dutton. Like, god damn. He was also in a really shitty Netflix movie that I watched once. That took place in the woods.
Is that the brother that's in 50 Shades of Grey too?
Oh,
The third one. He's the brother.
What?
I think he's the brother in 50 Shades of
I
Grey.
don't think I saw the third 50 Shades movie.
Maybe you didn't, but I'm pretty sure my
I'm not
mom told me that.
myself and watch that back.
I'm pretty sure if it's who I'm thinking of, he's the brother in 50 Shades. He doesn't have a big role in 50 Shades of Grey.
Okay, yeah. I wish. Woohoo. No, he was just in some weird Netflix movie where, like, the girl is Kimmy Schmidt. She is in that movie with them.
Nice. Okay.
Anyway, he's not that famous, but he's a good-looking man, and it's ridiculous that I actually binged this entire show and had to just deal with the banjo cowboy accents.
I'm proud of you.
It's a lot. I'm not gonna watch the prequels. I'm not that interested to go on, like, the frontier. They all remind me of, like, Back to the Future 3, and that was my least favorite Back to the Future, so I'm just not gonna watch it.
I've never seen any of Back to the Future, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, that's something you need to go and do.
It's anyway,
like every minute, there's always a Back to the Future on.
I know, but I don't like watching movies with commercials, so.
As we learned.
Anyway, all right. I have a problem with spelling words.
Just go right into that, please.
I will. This could be like a second ridiculous thing, honestly. So one of my friends, Allie, who is a listener of the show, she has pneumonia right now. And, like, she texted us that she had pneumonia and was like, don't recommend getting pneumonia. But, like, who decided that the vowels were going to be A, E, I, O, U and then spell the word pneumonia with a freaking P?
Because it's, like, the root of the word.
No, it's stupid. It's stupid is what it is. It's freaking stupid. I don't care. I don't understand. Like, I just don't like when there's words, and I can't think of other words where this is, like, the case. But, like Merlot. Merlot.
You just don't like silent letters, is what we're getting at here.
I don't like silent letters that are not vowels.
Okay. I mean, it's a valid.
Okay, me.
Okay, it's a silent M. It's a valid complaint. I don't have a solution for you, unfortunately.
I'm just saying, like,
just
who
like
decided that? Who decided that was going to be the spelling of pneumonia?
Some ancient Roman with a toga.
Yeah, who wanted to make the rest of us look freaking stupid when we try to spell it? Rude. Rude.
Yeah. It's really like, I know people talk about this a lot. It's really hard to like learn English, I feel. Like, I mean, people know, everybody that knows me knows I'm a big Duolingo person right now.
How is this still happening?
You had like pointed up at the ceiling?
It is pointed up.
Can you lower it a little bit? Like, is there a setting like to go lower?
This is the same setting I use every single time, but yeah. I never adjust it. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, there you go.
So sorry, everybody, that like this is ruining our flow.
I think most people listen to us. Only really like a couple people watch us, which I would love more watchers, but that's besides the point. Anyway, I have a 639-day streak on Duolingo, and I am learning that even though I'm not fluent yet in Spanish, it must be so like. What do you think Duolingo is for like people learning English? Like that must be hard.
No, like English is very hard to learn, and this is why I get mad at how entitled we are as Americans, because every other country learns our language, but then like the second somebody doesn't speak English, we're like livid. You know what I mean? Like if we go abroad, like we should not be responsible. Like they shouldn't have to talk to us in English. Like we should make an effort to talk their language, I feel. Because like when the tourists come here, we're aggravated when they can't communicate. So I'm just saying this, I felt this way for so long. So long. So
The
that's
English and the Australians would be the same exact. It's not only on the Americans. It's all predominantly English speaking countries.
okay, yeah, okay. But
Like
I'm just saying, like,
yeah.
it is hard. I mean, yeah, but even the English and the Australians have like different words than us for some things. Like,
Did you ever see that SNL skit with he's a comedian, Nate Bargatze. That's not his name. I made that up.
oh yeah. No, I know who you're talking
I
about.
think he's George Washington. And
No, but this sounds hilarious.
Oh my god. Okay, you'll have to watch this. He's George Washington, and he's like, we're making a new country, and he's like on a boat, like the crossing of the Delaware, and he's like, we're gonna make a new country, and we're gonna invent things, and then he goes to like read on like things that are like just it makes no sense, like why we name things something, but like why do you drive on a like parkway, but you like park on a highway, like all those like stupid things. I'll send you the link after this because you'll crack up. But this is what I mean. Like we name the dumbest things. Like nothing makes sense.
Nothing makes sense.
Why do we insist on using the non-metric system
when the rest of the world uses the metric system?
But then when it comes to sports, we use meters. You ever notice that?
Oh, like you mean like, yeah, because everybody's playing in the Olympics, so we have to use meter. Right. Okay. But also, let me know how I live in America, but when I had my kid, they gave me her weight in ounces.
Right.
Why did you do that? Like
pounds and ounces, no?
No, they didn't get no, I'm sorry. They didn't give it to us in pounds and ounces. Like no, she was in grams or something. She was like in grams. And I'm like, can I have a translation?
They're in centimeters too. Like their height, isn't it?
No, their height's in inches.
Oh. I don't know. But we just decided when we wanted to decide to use it.
Okay, but like again, why are you giving me my kid's weight in grams? Like, can I have it in English, please? And then again, like every time she would go to the doctor, like not the pediatrician, like when she would go to the specialty doctor, they'd be weighing her in grams. I'm like, translation, people, how much does my kid weigh? We're in America.
You know that I had to do long multiplication for the first time in like forever the other day, and I actually got a very simple mathematical equation wrong, and it reminded me, I was like, but you remember the days when our marble notebooks used to have the multiplication tables and we would memorize that sucker like it was nobody's business? Do they still make the multiplication tables in those marble notebooks today?
I don't know. I was talking about this actually to one of my coworkers because it was like I think she was talking about her kid in first grade, like learning multiplication. And I was like, I'm sorry, that's third grade. What do you mean? What do you mean she's looking at that?
But do they learn like? Do they learn like the way we like? I know like Common Core and like some things are different.
Like the way that we learned it, like, oh, you had like a week of the 1 times tables and a week of the 2 times tables and a week of the 3 times tables. I do not know. When I get to school, I'll let you know.
And the back of that marble notebook also had conversions for metric to US system.
Oh yeah, they would give you that paper to like tape in the back. Yeah, I do remember that. Forgot about that actually.
So there's a lot of cheat sheets that we learned with growing up that now, like, I wonder if kids still have. Like, I haven't gone into a store and like looked at a marble notebook lately. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Do kids even use marble notebooks anymore? They just carry their iPad or their laptop everywhere.
Well, this is kind of on the this could be a segue to since we're talking about measurements, because our last topic can't really be segued into anything. But speaking of measurements, you know what doesn't use the metric system? Football. You know who sucks at football? The New York Jets.
What a segue. That was great. That was great. They should.
Today I had to go to physical therapy. My physical therapist is off like the same road to Jets Drive. I was like, I hope Aaron Rodgers pulls up right next to me right now, so I could be like, "You suck."
Yeah, he's not going for enough.
Spoiler alert: he didn't. But
yeah,
why are they so bad? It's so embarrassing. It's just so embarrassing. And then I like kind of feel bad for the interim coach because the defense was the only thing that was good to us. And then like they made him the No, yeah, I know. They made him the interim coach, and like now the defense is slacking. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Good players we had are bad. Like Sauce Gardner is terrible all of a sudden. He can't tackle a man to save his life.
That's what Alex said.
Like, what happened to him? He went from 2 years in a row the best person in the league.
I don't know. Like, did something happen? Like, did we space jam ourselves? Like, did somebody come? Did we all touch a football? Like, do the aliens have our powers? Like, do we need to get it back? Like, what is going on?
Aaron Rodgers did something in that desert with those drugs, and he turned the wrong people onto it, and this is what happened. To come back quicker with his Achilles injury, he sucked the life out of the rest of the team.
Was that this summer that he went on his like little retreat or whatever?
Yeah. I don't think it would have been the summer. I guess maybe it would have.
Well, yeah, before training camp because he was late to training camp, wasn't he?
That was when he went to Egypt.
Oh.
Or somewhere in the Middle East.
World traveler.
Yeah, he's a world. Hey, listen, that money I'd be too, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, I don't know. Sauce Gardner sucks. Everybody's getting hurt left and right. I mean, like, they're just bad. They're just the same old Jets. The only consolation for us is that the Giants also are just horrific. So at least like nobody in New York really has anything to talk about football.
Both teams need to wake the F up. Like, I don't understand it.
The Giants went all the way to Germany, and that was pretty embarrassing.
It's so annoying to watch. But in good news, Jamar Chase got me 55 points on his own. And at one point, I still only had a 48% chance of winning. Like, what is that about?
I don't believe those percentage chances. I'm done believing them because you
know what else happened in fantasy this week? I play the Buffalo Bills defense every single week. And I decided this week, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to bench them because they have not been getting me like more than like 5-6 points. And I'm like, screw this. So what do? I bench them. And how many points did they have? 23 points. Because they had like 3 interceptions and then they scored a touchdown.
Oh.
I did look up the matchup, and I was like, you know what? Every week they tell me that they're going to get, like, this amount of points. Like, they were projected for, like, 9 points or something like that. I'm like, and every week they haven't gotten me the projected number of points. So you know what? This week I'm saying, screw it, and
that's okay.
But I didn't realize that they were playing I forgot that Joe Flacco was in for the Colts. So I didn't, like, take that part into consideration. I was just like, oh, like, whatever.
Well, not to offend Rebecca, because I don't know if she listens to our podcast, but I played Rebecca this week. She was 1-8, and I thought to myself, oh, I think I have this week. She beat me, and I just have to say, maybe she just had a lot of injuries earlier in the season because her team was like actually pretty stacked. Like I was like, why is she 1-8? And that's why she must have had a lot of injuries. And then my all-stars, like Saquon and a bunch of others, just decided
Just
to
had an
not
off
show up
week.
this week. I played the Jets defense like an idiot, although both defenses I have. Like my other option was the Steelers. The Steelers scored 3 points. The Jets scored 1 point. Like it was really like a lose-lose for me when it came to defense. So it didn't matter there, but nobody performed well. I was finally supposed to have my all-star receiver, Nico Collins, back from
Nico Collins? Who's that?
He's like one of the best wide receivers in the league. I was supposed to have him back. He was questionable. It was game time decision. And of course, right before the game, they said he wasn't going to play. So I had to pick up some random guy on the Rams who I never have heard of before because they were the only option for a Monday night game. And I lost. And
I saw you pick somebody up like very late on Sunday. And I was like, what's she doing?
I had to move my guy to the IR very quickly and pick up like Slim Pickens. Like he was literally the only guy I could find that I was like, yeah, I guess you'll play. I have no idea who you are. I had no idea what his projection was. I didn't really have a choice. So not doing great. Patrick Mahomes, I'm literally gonna find in Kansas City, and I don't know what I need to do to him. Taylor Swift needs to get on it. Something needs to happen because why is he like the most elite quarterback in history? And then I get him in fantasy this year and he fucking blows. Why?
I don't know.
It's so annoying.
I just want to like let you know that this is how the Bills have done. So they got 21 points this week. They were projected for 7.5. Yeah, last week they were projected for 7 and they got 4 points. The week before that, projected for 6 points, got 8. Week 7 they did good, 13 points. Then we had a 7, 6, 1 point in week 4 against Baltimore. 14 points week 3, 18 points week 2, and then 6. So other than like week 2 and 3, we really weren't doing that great. So I was like, you know what? Screw it.
Is good for a defense, to be quite honest, because they're really insignificant to begin with.
They start with 10 points. What do you mean?
Yeah, when there's 0 points when the game first starts.
Okay, whatever.
That's not how it's gonna end.
Regardless, I was mad at them for 4 points last week. So I said, I'm benching you, mofos. And then they said, screw you, Jessica.
And then they revenge me the next week, and it drives me nuts.
Yeah.
And every time I want to bench Pat Mahomes and put Kirk Cousins in instead, because Kirk Cousins will just randomly throw up like a 38-point game, and he'll be on my bench, and I'll be like, okay, cool, thanks, Pat Mahomes, for those 13 points. And
Jared Goff threw 5 interceptions this week.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah. But the day I sit Pat Mahomes, that's when he's going to have the best game of his life. So
right.
It doesn't matter. It's lose. I think I'm in 4th place right now. So
you might as well just bench him just to see what happens. Like, just maybe it'll get out of there and then he'll like spark a fire and then he'll have a good game and like it'll.
Next week. I think this week he's playing. Oh, they're playing the Bills this week.
Oh,
but Kirk Cousins is playing the Broncos.
Ooh.
I would think that the Chiefs-Bill game is probably going to be, I don't know. It's tough.
It might be more of a running game though versus the Bills.
Well, I have the here's my other issue. I worked a lot on the waiver wire this year because I had a really shitty draft. And I made some decent pickups, but now all my waiver wire pickups are starting to decline because everybody that they replaced for injury is coming back. So like I had Jordan Mason all season. He killed the games. And now Christian McCaffrey's back, so he's non-existent now. Same with, I have Kareem Hunt on the Chiefs as the main running back. He's been doing great. But Pacheco, who I think is on your disabled, that injured list, he's due to come back any game now too. So then that's another one that's going to be dead to me. So I'm just losing people left and right. So I'm just not doing great. I didn't draft right this year. I made tough decisions that upset people during the draft as we recapped after our draft. And they have not paid off. So I don't know.
I just saw that I won my other game in my other league, which I messed up and left both Deebo Samuel and George Kittle on my bench because they had a bye week the week before. I won 79.48 to 79.34.
Wait, the person you played probably had a conniption and you didn't even realize it? How have you not?
She's also 1-8, so like.
I know, but that's got to drive her nuts.
I would be so mad if I was her. I thought I lost. I was going in to make the point that I left all these people on my bench.
I think if I lost by 0.10, I think I would actually bench every single player on my team and quit the season. Like,
No,
I don't
0.14. She lost
either way.
a
Either way.
breathalyzer. She lost by a breathalyzer.
That's literally like 2 more yards for running back is all she needed.
Crazy.
God.
Absolutely crazy. All right. Last but not least, things that bring us joy other than the Jets, because the Jets bring us no joy. The Christmas tree has made its way down to Radio City, but I heard on the radio that Saks Fifth Avenue has canceled their light display and their light show.
I didn't hear this. This is very upsetting.
I don't have that much information. Apparently, they're like doing some sort of different window display, but the light show itself done this year. I don't know if that means they'll never bring it back or if they're just not doing it this year, but like I just don't understand how you cancel that.
I'm looking this up. They called it off. Let's see. I have to look. Oh, freaking New York Times is always a pay wall. Let's see. Is it due to changes in the approach to its holiday windows? Many years, in our 100th year, we are celebrating the season by honoring the architectural significance of this building, which will illuminate the facade and frame the windows, but not actually put on a show. Okay.
I mean, yeah, they're still going to light it up, but the show is the fun part.
Yeah, well, it definitely was a draw, but I don't know. Like, I think it's probably more that they're trying to cut corners and save money. They could just say that, like, we're all in tough times here. I mean, a luxury superstore maybe can't just come out and say that, because then we're like, why are you operating the way you are? But I mean, that's probably why.
Well, I'm sad about it because
I know we haven't gone into the city for Christmas in a while. We should do that this year.
I haven't. I know we were talking about potentially bringing the baby to see the tree, but we haven't decided. The logistics of it is like a little difficult, you know what I mean? Because then you got to think about like strollers and trains, and are we gonna drive? Are we gonna park? Are we gonna like the whole thing is just like
drive to me and then take the bus in.
I know, but then like a stroller on the bus.
People do it.
I guess.
Also, for like the 10-minute bus ride, you can leave it closed and just have her sit in your lap.
Yeah, but it's not gonna fit on the bus because they have a big stroller.
I don't know. You would figure it out. Plenty of people do it, I'm sure.
I'm sure. I just, that's the dilemma. Anyway, so I think that's all we got though for this week. Do you have anything else to add?
What else do I have to add? I am headed to Mexico.
Oh yeah.
So we will not have an episode next week. So
yeah, we could use a break and then we'll have a Thanksgiving episode.
Oh yeah. And also the next episode where we record, I will have my Christmas tree up behind me because
I will too, actually.
Not that I don't respect the turkey, but obviously because I'm going away, I like to put it up a little early here where just me appreciates it. And I like to have that extra week but like my parents' tree will still go up Thanksgiving night. Like we're respecting the turkey. I want my apartment to be Christmas a little early.
Yeah, Christmas brings me joy, so I'm gonna put it up early. My brother's coming on Thursday to put up my tree now. Supposed to do it on Sunday, but now he's working, so it's going up on Thursday. It wasn't supposed to be that early, but it's fine. I don't know if I'll decorate it, but it'll at least be like up and fluffed and whatever, and then I'll like start decorating throughout the week.
Right. Yes.
Because that makes
me luckily my decorating only takes a day because I have a pretty tiny place, but yeah. I wish I had. I'm gonna get a tree next year, I've decided. So it'll be prettier and fuller.
Be thankful that you have a small space to decorate right now, because decorating an entire house is like fun, but also it's draining.
All right. Well, don't make it. You could do it over a couple of days, and then it's never.
No, I know. That's why I do it that way, because it's easier. I really can't with this freaking light. I'm getting annoyed.
I wonder if it's because there's no other light in the room. So like they have no.
Yeah, but I use this every the last few episodes and it has been a problem. And today.
I don't know. Maybe it's your blonde hair. Maybe it's like messing. Maybe it's like Whoa, that's some sunshine coming at us. Whoa.
Maybe that is it. It's reflecting. Okay, we have to go. We have to go.
Oh my God, we have to go. Everybody have a great week off. I'm going to try within the next 4 days not to break my ankle so I can enjoy a vacation without an
Why
injury.
would you even speak that into existence?
I know. And we will we'll be posting this on Friday, and then we will resume next week for Turkey Day.
Yeah, maybe we'll release it on. If we record it early enough, we can release it on Wednesday. So, since that's everybody's Friday.
And then you could celebrate our TGE together.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks for being our friend.
Bye.
Hi, friends. Wow, you listened to the whole thing. Thanks for listening. Please be sure to subscribe on YouTube and your favorite podcast platform and share it with your friends. Ratings, reviews, and comments help as well. See you next week. Thanks for being our friend.